we're gonna be playing some Miles Edgeworth. You could be badder, you say? I could be badder. Unfortunately, I am Elio. I also almost brought up Umineko instead of Ace Attorney, so I could also be Battler. Milk Edgy. Yeah, hi there, Moggy! Alright, let's go. I wonder how far we're in. I think we're kinda, I think at the start of the middle. That's the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, middle. There can only be one of me. Otherwise, I am a danger to humanity. I think it would be funny if I cloned myself. And I just ran around doing like a bunch of like lighting places on fire. Actually, I'm not like Excelsius. Yeah, so last time that we played, Excelsius obviously is the one that did this. It's so... I'm right here. That's true. That's true. Moggy is actually my clone. That is very true. I call her my sister, but she's actually my clone. She's my cuter clone. I'm here too. What are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about if there should be 2 or more of you running around. I would make clones of myself. Gotta bring up that one Tumblr post of like the clone fucking. Alright. Let's play. What do you want? I think, morally, making clones of myself is very okay. Sean, I wonder if you could tell us a little more about the circumstances surrounding your kidnapping. By the way, how does the game sound? Does the game sound okay? We all good? If I could clone myself and then re-emerge and regain those memories, I could learn so many skills. Yeah, you'd be like, okay, clone, you're the one that's learning Japanese. You're the one that's learning French. You're the one that's learning how to play an FPS game. If I see a clone of myself running around, one of us is gonna die in a fire. And it sure as shit ain't gonna be me. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Sounds okay? Okay, good. Auto hunting with my clones. This is a plot point in Naruto. Clones provide easy labor though. My clone would probably dethrone me and take my identity. Yeah, I'm a bit of a pushover, so if one of my clones was like, I can become the alpha, I would be like, yeah, okay. Sean, I wonder if you could tell us a little more about the circumstances surrounding your kidnapping. Also, can you guys hear the people screaming outside? I don't know, it sounds like someone's like having a party or something. I don't know if that's audible.com. Don't reveal my plan. Shh. Oi! This is a plot point in My Hero Academia. They took you when you went to the garbage disposal area, right? But what were you doing there? It's alright. You don't have to talk for him. You can just ask me himself. Hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? I think he's starting to warm to you. Yes. Sad man's parade moment. I went to the garbage disposal to throw away the flowers that were on the body. It wasn't far, and I figured they'd be less likely to find them if I threw them in the garbage can. I tried to get in there last night too, but it was locked. So you had to come back today and try again. Oh, and that's why he got kidnapped in front of the garbage area. Yeah. When I was there, somebody came up behind me and put something over my face. Oh, welcome back, Linux. Hello, hello. Did we find out why he threw the flowers? We didn't find out the reason, but I'm pretty sure it's that he didn't want his mom dating someone. Yeah, free trash flowers. Or why the judge was with the president. Nope, I haven't learned that yet. Oh yeah, snoozing is easy threezy with 3 Z's. And the fact that she was drugged with it too doesn't seem to bother her. I guess it is a catchy name. Whoever it was pretty strong. But I never saw their face. I see, thank you. That's very helpful. What can you tell us about the time between when you were kidnapped and when you were found? Not a whole lot, I'll bet. Snoozy is easy 3Z with 3 Z's. What is wrong with you, okay? I remember waking up feeling cold. There's somewhere big and empty and dark. You better be counting your blessings that a polar bear didn't show up. Are those horns real? No. He's cosplaying. He's a child actor for like some Godzilla spin-off that's not copyright infringing at all. And also he likes cows because he's short and he drinks so much milk. There are cardboard boxes with some other language written on them. I figured it must be a showroom. But it was actually a giant refrigerator. Businesses use them to keep stuff chilled. And that's where Kay and Detective Gumshoe found him. They really saved the day there. Grandma, please. Please give me a call, but not during bingo. I love you and I'm always praying for you. All my love, Grandma. Grandma is please. Plus 2,000 stimulation. Huh? Huh? Edward Elric moment. Why are you stimulating your grandma? Guess the cooler must have been on until just before I was brought there. Like I said, it was pretty cold. Anyway, it didn't take my phone for some reason. So, I used that to call for help. I see. Well, we're very glad that you found your way back to us safely. Say it like you mean it, why don't you? He's not the most gracious child I've met. Reminds me of a certain somebody else. Alright, let's present some stuff to him. What's this? You're trying to bribe your way onto the movie? It's not gonna work. I don't even think they're gonna make the movie anymore, buddy. This is obviously written right when you meet him and not taken into account the events. It's not what I was trying to do at all. Huh. So, how'd I get a part in the movie? Did Twice send you a link? If not, allow me to show you what my life has been for the last 30 minutes. What is this? What the hell is this? Subway Surfers? The lo-fi beats to study to? Rainbow DVD player? Some guy doing a mukbang? Also, your storage is full. Huh? Stimulation clitter. Oh, I must not have seen that. I must not have seen that conversation. Stimulation clitter. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, sure. Stimulation clitter. Sounds cool. Sounds cool. Sounds fun. Sounds cool. Nice. Anyway. Okay, save it for another time, please. The bunny compels. They go to have Pat's batter. That was definitely a thing that exists. Elio runs from the truth. I'm not running from the truth. What's this? If you're trying to bribe... Oh, wait. Same dialogue. Is this why Grandma's getting stimulated? Her clitter? No! Dad, stop! Yeah, I think we saw this dialogue before. I declined to comment at the time. We don't have all the facts. Oi. Alright, well, you definitely have something to say about this. So I covered for my mom. So what? Are you trying to tell me I shouldn't have? I applaud your desire to protect your mother, Sean. But that doesn't mean I approve of your decision to dispose of vital evidence. 13-year-olds eat candy too. Easy for you to say. They were gonna accuse her of murder. Want me to just stand back and do nothing? They weren't just going to. They did. They did accuse her of murder. Sean, please. What Mr. Edgeworth is trying to say is that you're super brave. He just wishes you could have owned up to everything a little sooner, that's all. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's... sure. Something like that. There! Isn't it nice when people are nice? Isn't it nice when people are nice? People die when they are killed. It's sure. Something like that. And is that everything he really has to say? I think that's pretty much it for this guy. Like how he doesn't even react to the dead body stuff. Like, ew, stop showing me that. That's gross. Or be like, that's what I did to my buddy in Minecraft. Oh yeah, y'all seen the Minecraft 2 teaser? Why are they making a second one? No? Alright, let's connect the dots. Let's see what we got. Saw only an image. Yeah, that. Because money. Oh, we don't really have anything. Whoops. Nothing else. Why is it still showing as if I need to do something there, though? It's gonna be so cringe when they try to cash in on a meme that's gonna be 5 years old when the movie released. They better actually put in gay sex this time. That's the only way I'll watch this movie. I think I need to connect something here. Or not? There's not a deduce. Okay, maybe I need to show someone something. I saw a tweet that said, I walked into my local theater after hearing the news about Minecraft 2, and this is how the staff looked. And it was Sayori post gently opening the door. God, yeah! Yeah! Like, I can confirm, as someone that was a movie theater worker, like, if I was still working at a movie theater and someone told me that there was gonna be a second Minions movie, I would want to hang myself too. I did not. The minions. Oh, that was terrible. What kind of brat sets a fire like that for fun? Jack Black will say chicken jockey 2. God. 2 chicken jockeys. God. Yeah, we lost a bunch of vital evidence thanks to that little prank. Agent Lang, your father investigated the SS5 incident in some depth, correct? Can't wait for the girl to show up. Do you know if he learned anything about the child who set the fire? They're gonna make the second movie be heterosexual as fuck because of all of the jokes about the Minecraft movie. With fucking Steve Minecraft, like, having sex with that one guy. They're gonna put in fucking... I don't remember what her name is. The Minecraft girl. They're gonna put her in the second movie. And then they're gonna make Steve het. And then everyone's gonna be like, so sweet. He was never gay. Wow. The fact that full-grown adults were tossing their popcorn and drinks around the theater is a wild mess. It wasn't just popcorn and drinks. They threw fucking bananas. They threw bananas at the screen. I found fucking used condoms. It was wild. You wondered about that too, huh? So did I, sadly. Listen, if you can't remember the name of the other guy, I don't think it was that important to begin with. True. I fucking forgot that. Yeah. The used condoms, the fucking stinky poo-poo diapers, the bananas thrown at the screen, the lady that tried to get into the movie wearing only overalls and nothing underneath it with her skin and boobas hanging out. That was the worst experience as a movie theater worker ever. There was an actual chicken thrown around last time I checked. God! Wasn't there also people throwing around actual live chickens in one theater I thought I saw? Oh, I'm talking about the Minions. I'm only talking about my personal experience working at the movie theater. But at my movie theater, we had the people showing up in the suits, and I had to call security because There were 2 points that I was working during the Minions movie. I was working both box office and cleanup. So on the days I was working cleanup, I saw the bananas covering the screens, the used condoms, the used diapers that were left around. I think I also was a ticket taker one day, and that's when I saw the lady with the bare booba hanging out with only overalls because she was cosplaying as a minion. And then when I was working box office, that was the best one because all I had to do was be on the lookout for like weirdos and people wearing suits. Like I would not be surprised if other movie theaters were told this, but we were like directly told if you see anyone in suits, because it was a TikTok trend to come to the Minions and wear a suit, and they were like super disruptive. So I was told if anyone came to the Minions wearing a suit, I need to call security. And I called security a lot. People suck. Unfortunately, literally in the Minion movie. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. It was an experience. That still is my favorite job, despite that. That still was my favorite job that I ever had. I wish I still had it. He never shared his thoughts on the matter with anybody. Yeah, which means the truth is lost to time. Guess we'll never track it down now. He may not show it, but I get the sense that talking about this is very hard for him indeed. Aren't you forgetting something, Agent Ling? That was my favorite job. He prefers cleaning up used condoms over streaming. I don't really view streaming as my job. I don't make enough off of streaming to comfortably live off of it, and I don't think my family would agree with me if I said streaming was my job. I'd rather not work again with food ever again. Yeah, I hate food service. I think I would have been suffering more if I was more of a concessions person, but I was literally physically impossible. It was literally physically impossible for me to actually work in the concessions. They tried testing me on it, and I couldn't reach to stuff, and they decided that it would be dangerous. I think that's also another reason why they didn't keep me past the seasonal hiring, because I was just physically incapable of doing concession stuff, and I think that's what most people are hired for, is doing concessions. But I did work. Box office was my favorite. I also liked ticket tearing, though some people could be really annoying, especially when there was like a rated R movie, and I had to like check to make sure that they weren't kids. I worked stock and I had an old lady drop me as I was on a ladder, and I would do it again. What? But yeah, I would also like a retail job. It's hard finding a retail job in my area. I've been on the lookout for retail jobs, and I just can't. Then work in the kitchen. Yeah. Damn, my mind just blanked for a solid minute to remember the name Treat Stream. Oh yeah. Speaking of, I added new foods to Treat Stream, and currently I have 1 box of mac and cheese. So if anyone ever wants to get me a Treat Stream, that would be appreciated. Wolves are amazing trackers. You can sniff that truth out wherever it is. You're right. And then you'd be the one to tell me that. Maybe you're not so bad after all. When I did, I had to make my boss's lunch while doing regular orders. It sucked. What? At my old jobs, I would make myself lunch, but I've never made lunch for a boss before. That's crazy. Not even my worst job had me do that. And that one had the lady, actually hurt me. I'm actually not sure what I would say my worst job was. Is it the job that made me want to commit suicide because the girls there were mean to me? Or was it the job where the lady, nearly choked me? That was my boss. Come again? Or was it maybe the job that never gave me any hours? For no reason. Because they were suffering, because they're incredibly bad at running a business. I ate so many pigs in a blanket when working there. Oh, I love pigs in a blanket. I've had to make food for my boss before, but he had me make enough for both of us so we could eat together. At least they were considerate of that, at least, I guess. Even if the workload was a bit more because of that. Alright, you told me about that, yeah. Who do I need to beat the shit out of? My old boss. It was the ice cream job. I guess I wasn't wearing my hat properly. And she, I was kneeling in front of the, ice thing because she was, having me stock, the freezer with, to-go ice cream stuff. And while I was there, she told me to, she, pushed me to, push me to get up because I was kneeling. And she wanted to grab my hat. And she tried grabbing my hat to, correct how my hat was, but instead, it, slipped down to my neck. So she grabbed it and kept tugging on it while it was around my neck to try and get it off, and it just wouldn't come off. So it was she was choking me. I need an excuse to not go outside. I remember being ready to fucking fly over there and break some skulls. Yeah, it was weird. We also had a new hire that day, so I think that put the fear of God in him, and he did not last long. I think he was yeah, I'm quitting after seeing that. Which I can't blame him. If I saw that happen on my first day, I would have quit too. She's my assistant for a reason, Agent Lang. I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant for a reason, Agent Lang. Okay, so nothing new with you. How about you? Wait, no. I feel like I've recently talked to you. Let's talk to you. Oh, I guess I can't submit anything to him. So I guess it has to be Givell. Right? We don't really have anything much to connect right now. I need more stuff. Because I don't think the 3 footprints would really connect all that well. I mean, I guess I could try it. It's literally the only thing we have. Yeah, I had a feeling. What am I missing? Missing something. Wait, these planters. According to the case file, the yard stretched around 3 sides of the orphanage. And there were 3 planters on each side. Yes, planters arranged in a very particular pattern. When we've seen somewhere before. Like the hooves? Same there aren't many flowers, but I guess it was the middle of winter. Yes, but look at that one. It's bright yellow. I've reached my logical limit to stimulation clitter. It is now actively removing my currency. Oh my god, what the... I would probably have a seizure playing this. What the heck? Why is it called clitter? They're making a joke. Because I called cookie clicker cookie clitter. Weird. How come there's only one? Wait. It looks like somebody dropped it. Oh, I see. That's a lion lily, if I'm not very much mistaken. A rare member of the family, a lion lily, you say? I'll keep that noted. Wait, didn't Judge Cavell give President Wang some lion lilies? I have very bad memory. See, it's worse than you think because there's an audio aspect to it. Oh no. Eller's gaslighting chat that he said clitter. I am? What is the same flower doing here? This can't be a coincidence, can it? I believe this particular cultivar is from Asia, where it's said to symbolize the bond between parent and child. I wasn't aware you were so knowledgeable when it came to flowers, Franziska. What I just told you is common knowledge. Perhaps you just need to read a little more. Damn! Damn! Holy shit. Okay. I don't mind being gaslit. 3. 1! So that's what our monstrous hoofprints really were. Oh, wait, what? Recall the arrangement of the prints. Now compare it to that of the planters. Oh my god. Whoa! That's right! I believe the footprints are located exactly where our planters once stood. Why would they do that? Oh, I guess because they did something at the orphanage and this was at the same location. I see. I did not reach the personal trainer and the reaction streamer. I unmuted the tab for a second and immediately wanted to throw my headphones off. Bro is stimulation maxing. I mean, that is the point of the game. Yeah, get stimulated, bro. So Chairman Winner was digging around the front of them? Yeah, the moment I got lo-fi, I muted. He was. And why might he have been doing that? We have a piece of evidence in our possession that answers exactly that question. Which piece of evidence shows why Chairman Winner might have been digging in front of the planters? The camera? Is it? Oh, maybe it's this. Is it the bloody button? I finally closed the browser and my computer immediately started going at least 4 times faster. We're so back. Oh my god. That's crazy. Yeah, I am not playing that. That's gonna give me like an what is it called? Like stimulation overdrive? That word. Is the bloody button?
Take that!
This is why he was digging those holes. Oh, interesting. Well, are you gonna explain? You don't see it? No, sirree. I don't see it at all. As one might expect, because I don't see it either. Can you please take this seriously? Fine. That wasn't the piece of evidence we needed. Let me read some more reports, I guess. Revenge. Oof. I think I already read that. Oh! Oh! The package. Yeah, right in front of the planter. Recall, if you will, the report that Warden Lagarde sent to Chairman Winner. In it, she mentioned something that had been laid to rest in front of a planter. You think she was telling him where to dig? Wait, but why 3 holes? Because the report didn't specify which of the planters she meant. I get it. So he wasn't sure which one it was. Which meant he had to try and dig up all 3. I imagine so, yes. Poor Chairman Winner.
But why go to all that trouble? What was he looking for?
I think that's about all we can learn from the scene for now.
Alright. How about I try to show you how things looked earlier on that night?
That would be very much appreciated. Could you take us back to the moment at which the victim witnessed the kidnapping?
That Ram is going on a training arc. Oh, whoops. Sir, I used the photograph he took. Here goes nothing.
Yeah, Barnes Ram is like gonna be like super powerful now after putting up with that game. You can run games in 4K with no issues now.
Oh. It's the Danganronpa culprit silhouette.
Zenkai boost.
There's Mr. Aldown in the middle of the planters. And there's the president and his kidnapper out by the road.
My father based his investigation on the evidence Aldown provided. That was why he thought the kidnapping and the orphanage were connected somehow. And how he wound up suspecting Fifi Lagarde. She was the one running the orphanage at the time. Exactly. When the case went to trial, Excelsius Winner put a big hole in the theory. He did. Yeah, after all, the president and the kidnapper weren't exactly on the grounds of the orphanage. So it's hard to conclusively prove any kind of connection.
Huh. So they were never seen inside the gates of the orphanage.
Detectives bust a gut to find evidence on the scene. And then prosecutors come along and twist it for their own ends. Winner and Lagarde were working together. They had some kind of deal, I'm sure of it.
So, you're saying that Chairman Winner was working with the kidnapper?
Your father was convinced that Lagarde was the culprit, correct? And you say he was a gifted and thorough investigator. Then he must have had more to support his theory than just Mr. Aldown's message, surely. Yeah, he must have. I just don't know what it was. It wasn't exactly a case he liked talking about. Agent Lang's father, Dalong Lang, trusted ally and confidant of President Wang. He discovered truths that were subsequently suppressed by Chairman Winner. Our first priority should be to find out what they were.
Alright.
I'll scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Oh. Wrong button. This.
Hey, that's Snowman! It was melted in the simulation of the morning after the murder, huh? And that muffler was all wet. And its little button eyes had fallen off.
Indeed. It still looked reasonably healthy at this point. Although not entirely. I can see one thing that's missing.
Aw, poor guy. I bet some kid took it as a stupid prank. Yeah, it's just covered in blood as a prank. Not a bad piece of thieving, though. Maybe they had potential.
You think one of the orphans took it? I'm not so sure. In fact, I think it was grabbed by somebody else entirely. The president's kidnapper. We should see if we can judge anything based on their appearance.
Roger that, Red Leader. Alright, let's have a look at you.
The first thing of note is that they're holding the president at gunpoint.
Trying to look all cool and tough, waving a pistol around. Whoever it is, they suck.
Their coat and hat completely cover their face, so unfortunately, we can't identify them that way.
Putting their collar up and pulling their hat down and trying to be all mysterious. I hate this kidnapper.
And they seem pretty relaxed. I don't think they're particularly nervous.
Yeah, hand in the pocket. Classic show-off move. You suck, you suck, you suck!
Okay, that's...
What? You said to judge them by their appearance.
Well, yes, but I didn't mean it like that. Di Yunwing. He was president of Zhengfa even back then.
Does he look any younger? It's kind of dark. Can't really tell.
Indeed. The situation being what it is, his facial expression is somewhat distorted.
I wonder where they took him after this.
We don't even know that yet, but depending on how our investigation progresses, we may find out soon enough.
I'm just sitting here being like, is that really Fifi? Is that not... Oh god, what was his name? Bodhidharma or anything? Because they seem to be working with him. There's something gloomy about this picture. Know what I mean? They could have brightened it up a little. Made the subject stand out a little better.
I don't think they were caring about how visually their photo appeared, Kay. I don't think the lack of light is the photographer's fault, Kay. That street light appears to be broken.
It does? Oh! Oh yeah! Look at that! So you think the idea was to make the subject stand out with lighting, but it maybe didn't pan out? Yeah, you're probably right. Thanks for the explanation, Mr. Edgeworth.
You're welcome. Although you seem to have completely misunderstood it. I think that's everything. Yeah, let's deduce this.
Yes, the button.
Eureka!
This snowman is missing a certain something, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, his right eye.
Indeed. Luckily, we've managed to locate it.
The button Mr. Alldown was holding. Look at that. The same type of button as the other eye and everything.
And if we suppose that the button was indeed the snowman's missing eye, that presents something of a contradiction. What does the button contradict? The president's location? The contradiction lies in the location of the president.
It does? Because I think it's... Is it from him?
Or... Oh, maybe... Well, the killer wasn't one of the victim?
But the button doesn't have anything to do with the president, does it?
Whoops. Okay, it's the victim.
I was thinking it was maybe from his coat or the killer's coat.
The victim was clutching the button, and the button was covered with his blood. Which means he must have grabbed it after being attacked. Let's run a little hypothetical, shall we? What if, after being struck, Mr. Alldown lost his balance? Okay, so here's what I think. Whoever was in that trench coat, like, came to kill this guy and was like, no, that actually sounds... No, I'm wrong. And reached out to grab something to steady himself, the snowman.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate.
The snowman wouldn't have supported him, so he would have grasped the button and continued falling.
Thank you for taking a moment. I get it. So you're saying that he was near the snowman when he was attacked?
I am.
Within arm's reach, to be precise. And he's currently nowhere near that close. So the body was moved?
Right, but his footprints only go as far as the planter. He never came back this way.
What if they weren't his footprints?
Quickly learned, if you have a 5-win streak on Crossworlds, the game punishes you with the worst teammates ever.
What happened? I think we need to look at all the prints again.
Alright, I'll take us back to the scene when Mr. Alldown's body was found. But the footprints on the left definitely matched up with Mr. Alldown's shoes, right? So, what's the deal?
Let's take another look and see if we can figure it out. I don't think they say anything different. Can we really be sure that these are Mr. Alldown's footprints? Yeah, what size shoes does Excelsius wear?
Well, they're the same size, a 12, which is pretty big. The prints match his shoes.
Oh no.
He also goes straight to the middle of the planters, where his body was found. As sort of established, when he was attacked, he fell and grabbed the button from the snowman. Well, being a great thief, I know a few contortionist tricks, but that would be way beyond even me. Some average Joe stretching his arms that far? Basically impossible. Unless they were like in arms or something.
I think that we can be reasonably certain that the prints were made by the shoes the victim was wearing. Oh, a reply to Kamada. Oh, I see. But can we be certain that they were actually the victim's shoes? I'm curious what happened in that match. Perhaps we should take another look at them. Let's take a look at your shoes. Yeah, which size shoes you wear? These shoes, as the case file says, they match the footprints, but oh yeah, they kind of look a little large on his feet. Huh. These aren't the victim's shoes. I'm sure of it. Yeah, I never noticed that before. Yeah, they're a bit big on him.
What do you mean?
Look at how the laces are tied. Don't they look a little strange to you? Oh. Oh, it's the laces? Oh. What's more, they don't appear to fit properly.
So these prints, they go right up to where the victim was found, and they stop right by his feet.
But they didn't actually belong to him.
So, are the prints by his head his? The ones that lead away and come back?
No, I don't think so. They're too small. Had a Jet and Rouge teammates that just shoved me off the map and body blocked me if I tried to get around them to front one? What the heck? It's messed up. So neither set belongs to him.
Then, how did he get here?
That's easy enough. He didn't walk. He was carried by the killer. That was the real Jet the Hawk. So then, where did the murder take place? Rouge didn't try to shove you. Rouge just has too big of a titty that it wound up shoving you. I haven't lost my virginity because I never lose. The Jet, probably. Wait, what did he say? Is it really over by the snowman as we suspect? Yeah, I think so. And that's why he burned this too, probably. Get rid of more, like, footprints. Make it look like this is his footprints. I think Mr. Aldown's body was moved. How else do we explain the button clutched in his hand? And that would suggest that he was killed somewhere near the snowman. I better take a closer look.
Size 9 footprints, going towards the body and away from it. The case file says they must have belonged to the murderer.
They grow fainter as they get closer to the orphanage gates.
That's just because there's less snow over here, no?
Be that as it may, it certainly doesn't help in matching the prints with a name and a face.
Oh, there's a missing brick. Huh? Look, there's a brick missing here.
The rest of the brickwork looks fine. Strange that just this one is missing. Okay, well, we know where the brick came from. So, there are planters outside the orphanage gates, too.
Aw, look! They planted stuff that flowers in winter under all that snow.
Indeed. A little frigid, but tasteful, nonetheless. Even if this is a simulation.
Yes, indeed. A bit frosty looking, but tasty, nonetheless. For a simulation.
Gonna eat the plants.
Poor snowman. He's not looking good.
It can't be helped. Snow and ice eventually melt. That's just how it is.
And so do mysteries. All we have to do is wait. The snowman of the case will melt into the clear water of truth.
All you have to do is wait, Kay. I have to work to solve those mysteries. That everything? Wait. Oh, hold on. Yeah, hi, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about the wait. Yeah, my uncle's been having like issues as of late with like using the bathroom and stuff. And it's been rough. Anyway. I think we examined everything. Okay, let's connect some stuff. Boom. That goes together for sure. It seems quite likely that the missing brick was the one used in the murder, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, now that you mention it, they're the exact same shape and size.
Could you connect that to show that it was moved? I think we have to conclude that the murder actually happened over by the snowman.
Alright, the button came from there. And the brick too.
Indeed. And what's more, if the murderer took the brick from right by the snowman, and then tried to sneak up on the victim all the way over by the planters.
Mr. Alldown would have seen them right away.
Exactly. I think we need to update the simulation, Kay. Mr. Alldown wasn't standing by the planters. He was next to the snowman.
Gotcha. Alright, here goes.
That is right. That's a little weird. That is. What kind of party we having over here, huh? Can we really be sure that these are Mr. Alldown's footprints?
Well, they're the same size, 12, which is pretty big. The prints match his shoes. He also goes straight to the middle of the planters, where his body was found.
But as we've established, when he was attacked, he fell and grabbed the button from the snowman. Oh. Ugh. Sorry for all the alarms.
Okay. Well, being a great thief, I know a few contortionist tricks. Wait,
I think I already read that.
Some average Joe stretching his arms. Yeah. We already read that.
Why can't I skip this? Try probably oi. Low blow. These planters.
According to the case file, the yard stretched around 3 sides of the orphanage. And there were 3 planters on each side.
I haven't gotten any low blow.
Tragic.
Yes, planters arranged in a very particular pattern. One we've seen somewhere before.
And there aren't many flowers. I guess it was the middle of winter.
Yes. Look at that one. It's bright yellow. Start blocking high. Do you mean blowing?
Weird. How come there's only one? Wait, it looks like somebody dropped it.
Don't say it like that.
Hey, you're the one that started it. No? What do you mean blocking high? Throw in some mix-ups to keep them guessing. That's a line, Lily. If I'm not very much mistaken, a rare member of the family Leonix is not asking me to blow high, because if I'm getting no low blows, people are hitting high. So I should block high. Oh. I don't know fighting game terminology. A lion lily, you say?
Wait, didn't Judge Cavell give President Wang some lion lilies?
Fighty games. Do you know what the cum gambit is, Elliot? No? What the fuck's a cum gambit? Huh? What the fuck are you talking about?
What is the same flower doing here? This can't be a coincidence, can it?
Most difficult move to pull off in chess. Huh? Twilight, do you know what this is? I sure hope Miles doesn't do this in Mind Chess. I believe this particular cultivar is from Asia. And it's said to symbolize the bond between parent and child. No, I don't. I wasn't aware you were so knowledgeable when it came to flowers, Francisco. Wait, I feel like I read this too. I'd use that in Mind Gambit against Gavel. Yeah, I'm sure you would. Mr. Alden wasn't killed here between the planters at all.
Then, what's this blood doing here?
It's just a meme though. Ah. We need to look into that, certainly. What is this? Chess players be like, ah, I see you've played the cum gambit. What the fuck? But first, we need to ensure that everything else about our updated recreation is correct. Let's look at where all the parties involved in the scene are currently positioned. Yeah, they're all right over here having a party.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, this just doesn't work, huh?
Hi, that was a quick mind chess. I, have my methods. Indeed. Everybody who is present is in exactly the same spot.
So, where did we go wrong?
Professionals have standards. One of the pieces of evidence on which we based our simulation must be the source of the problem. What if one of them was faked somehow? Ah, they're about to kill the shit out of that snowman. But which one was it? Wait, what? Which one was it? This? Wait, no. That's a picture. It wouldn't. Wait. Oh. I was about to be like, they wouldn't fake this. Excelsius does have one mean beard. Is he cooking? I don't know. I don't know. Did Excelsius dress up like the president to like fake the shot?
Take that!
Can we really be certain that this picture was taken by Mr. Alldown? That snowman is missing an eye.
Huh? What do you mean?
We know that whoever killed him moved his body. But why would they have done that? What if they wanted to make it seem like he saw something that he didn't?
And then they took the photo to help back up the line?
They had the president at gunpoint, and they could easily have forced him to pose for the picture. He would have no choice but to comply. Oh, okay. I guess that makes a lot more sense than having Excelsius dress up as him.
Hey, now that you mention it, I only recovered one photo from Mr. Aldown's camera, right?
Yeah, that could have been taken posthumously. Indeed. I imagine his killer probably removed the film that was already in there, and then replaced it with another, thereby ensuring that the only picture found was the one that they staged.
Yeah, that makes sense. So this picture was actually taken after Mr. Aldown was killed. No way.
Damn. And there you have it. The picture doesn't show what Mr. Aldown saw at all. It seems highly likely that it was simply staged to make us believe that that was the case.
Wait, so where was the president when Mr. Aldown thought he saw him being kidnapped?
Luckily, the photograph isn't the only piece of evidence we can try to figure that out.
Oh yeah, he left that voicemail too.
He did. I think we should listen back to it one more time, don't you? This is surely the only place where the president and his kidnappers could have been standing.
Like right around here, right?
Take that!
And that's why they burned it. Recall this statement from Mr. Aldown's voicemail. Damn it, the light's out. 2 of the lights here in the yard are broken.
Yeah, he must have been talking about the one over by the building. Well, I was more concerned about the fire, but okay.
Alright, could you update the simulation to reflect everything we've learned?
Sure.
And there we have it. The kidnapper was really standing over by the building. Yes, which should certainly have strengthened the theory that they were connected to the orphanage. What is this?
Twy, I'm sorry for saying Pilk is gross. Alio, some crimes can never be forgiven. Snowman. Are we still here just to suffer?
So, they moved the body and staged the photograph to distort the picture painted by the voicemail, which helped them undermine the idea that the orphanage was involved when the case went to trial. Well, that certainly changes what this particular part of the simulation tells us. I imagine it will also affect our understanding of the scene from when the body was found.
Only one way to find out. Ready to make the jump?
Switch between the 2 recreations. I need to first press T to talk with K, and then select switch recreations. I'll give it a try later when I need it. Okay, but let me just take a look. There's no mistaking it. This is where Mr. Aldown actually took his pictures. Before being attacked by the murderer with a brick from the planter just behind him. After being attacked, he collapsed, grabbing the snowman's right eye as he fell.
Which means his body would have been here at first. And not where we thought it was before.
Indeed. You should examine the area where we previously thought it fell too.
Okay, but seriously, why is the Afro lady in every scene? I don't know. She needs to get escorted off of the premises.
Mr. Aldown wasn't killed here between the planters at all. I'm here for a scoop. Go home already. Security!
Then, what's this blood doing here?
Things have changed considerably in terms of what the simulation is showing us. But if we want to look more closely at this blood, I think we'll be better off looking at the simulation from the point at which the body was discovered.
Then what are we waiting for? I'm ready when you are. I know.
So, this is where Mr. Alldown actually saw the president and his kidnapper. 90% of Ace Attorney's stories would crumble if anyone has the slightest crash out in response to the normal shit that happens in these games. You say that, but Eustace is like so obviously evil that like, God, he should have been in jail like a really long time ago. Yes. Which pretty clearly suggests a link between the kidnapping and the orphanage. That's what I mean. You can see why so much trouble is taken to suggest that it happened elsewhere.
Yeah, they pulled some really dirty tricks there. Faking a photo like that? That's just cheating.
Not to mention disposing of Mr. Alldown's camera film and forcing the president to pose at gunpoint. He must have put in some new film, then staged the photo immediately afterward.
If Chairman Winner was involved, he could have changed or hidden other evidence as well.
Certainly doesn't help that the SS5 case file was classified until just recently.
Yeah, but he's behind bars now, and the truth is coming out at last.
Indeed. Although much still remains unclear. Need to look very closely at the differences between this and the previous simulation. At some point in a realistic scenario, someone has to have said, okay, can we be real for a second and talk about how the head of our board is so obviously evil and using his position to protect himself from his crimes? Or if this was America, someone would have shot him already. Investigations would not exist if someone just straight up shot Excelsius like a like a sane person.
Oh, so you want to know about the Little Thief's exciting new features, huh?
I'm not sure I do, actually.
Hey, don't be like that. Just sit back and feast your ears on what I have to tell you. Little Thief allows the user to recreate a scene in a bunch of different and super interesting ways.
So you're gonna tell me no matter what I answered?
At the moment, we've got a recreation based on the original police reports. And another based on what we learned from Mr. Alldown's voicemail. Anytime you want to switch between the two, just say the word. A kidnapping, a murder, and now a fire. There's too much going on here. I can't keep up.
The fire was started earlier on the evening of the incident, if I remember correctly. What is this? Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. Ace Attorney Investigation 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. If someone just shot Excelsius. For real. God, like, Excelsius is connected to so much shit. Man. Before the kidnapping and the murder, in other words.
Does that mean something? The timing of the fire, I mean?
I wonder if it might, yes. Oh.
back. I just need a moment though. Like, feel like crying. I went to go help my uncle put his blanket on while he was laying in bed, and he said, "Doesn't matter what they say about you, you're okay." Like, on one end, I'm like, what are they saying about me? But on the other, I'm like, never really get thanked. Never really get thanked for anything. So yeah, let me get some water. Take a moment. Yeah, let me stretch. Just wipe my face a second. Okay. Okie dokie. Let me drink some more actually. I got like my throat. Okay. Is there something here that can't be correct if the fire actually happened first? I'm gonna take a break. I'm fine. I'll be fine. It was just, you know, I'm used to my family just kind of expecting me to do things that they tell me to. And never really getting thanked. So, even just one tiny compliment like that, just, I don't know. Yeah, let me, I'll just drink a little bit more. Like, I've been thinking about this a lot, actually. Like, I haven't been vocalizing it as much because, like, you know, I don't want to, you know, be complaining about stuff. But, like, I'm expected to do so much around here. But then, like, when I ask for one thing, I don't get it. You know? Like, I asked for tea. I just asked for tea. And I was like, I will pay you if you just go and get me some tea. And I can't even get that. I can't even get that. So, like, I felt frustrated for a while that I'm always expected to do things, but when I ask for one thing, I can't even be accommodated for that, you know? So, being told that, just, you know, I don't know how to word it, really, but like, yeah, I've been really sad because all I want is some goddamn tea. That's all I want. Like, I don't even get taken to, like, the grocery store, and
they don't include me in meals. They don't include me in, like, their meals or anything. And I can't even get that thing. I can't even get that one thing. I don't even... Can't even go to the grocery store. They can't even take me. It's been told, you know, they talk badly about me. Like, I feel like that kind of was the implication, you know, that they talk badly about me. Probably saying that I don't do enough. But then he says that I'm okay. You know. It means a lot. You don't even ask for much. So it pisses me off when they don't even want to do the bare minimum. Yeah. I just don't understand why they're so cruel to you. I think it's, you know, I used to live with them even before I lived here. I kind of, when I talk about my family, I kind of separate my uncle from my cousins. I think my cousins hate my ass. I don't know. I guess, I don't know. I'm like annoying. I'm annoying to them. And like, I don't know. I don't wanna presume anything about them. I have like a lot of things I think about them that I'm not sure is correct, so I don't feel right to vocalize it, but like they get a lot of stuff, right? They have a ton of food. They have like a ton of food all around the house that I'm not allowed to eat, by the way. They buy like all of the recent electronics and stuff. They do all of this stuff. They get to go on trips and all that stuff. Only one of them has a job, and they get money from my uncle. And I think they take out their frustrations on me because they don't wanna take care of him, but they want the money. That's been my theory about them. And they get frustrated at me as well because they want me to do the things while they get paid for it, I think. And I kind of stand my ground and I just take care of him, and yeah, I don't know. I don't wanna assume stuff. I can't you know, but that has been kind of how I've been feeling with them. That's also as unthinkable to me. I mean, it's not really presuming. If it's been behavior repeated for years, that's just pattern recognition. Yeah. Yeah. I like, you know, there's like the occasional niceness, the occasional gestures of kindness that makes me think I'm seeing things that aren't there, you know? So, you know. And if it's true or not, it's insane how cartoon evil they are. Like, I begrudgingly get it if you're just someone renting the place, but you're a family. Even when my own family is at a war zone levels of arguments, we'd never cut someone off from basic fucking necessities, food, medicine, etc. Yeah. My family is like really weird. I thought for like the longest time that like it's weird. I've thought before that my mom was a terrible parent because she would not get me food. She would just kind of shut me up in my room and like do nothing, not talk to me or anything. And then I thought the friend that I lived with was also bad because like she wouldn't let me leave the house.
and all that. Like, I couldn't even, you know, wash my clothes and stuff. But even then, my mom would take me places. My mom would get me things. We'd still have food in the house that I could eat. It's not like there was food in the house that I couldn't eat. It was just anything in there I can eat. And when I lived with my friend, at the very least, I could go grocery shopping with her. Feels like it just keeps getting worse for me with with who I live with. I'm not in speaking terms with my sister, but we're okay with cooking for the other, stealing a snack. Yeah. Like, occasionally I'll be given stuff. I don't want to act as if I don't get given stuff. But the amount of neglect I get living here, the amount of people that they just don't care and don't think about me, I think it's just that they don't think about me. They don't consider me. Other than someone that can be there to do things for you, or someone that is taking up space. Someone that's a burden. That's pretty much all I'm seen as, I think. So, that's why being told that meant a lot to me. To actually be told that I'm okay. Despite what my cousins say about me. You know? Anyway. I'm gonna drink my water, and then I'm gonna play my stupid little attorney game. I'm like shaking my cage bars seriously, because I'm like, dude, if we live together, I'd make sure you're doing okay. Thank you. Like, on one end, I can kind of understand. On one end, I can kind of understand. I don't have a stable job. They can't even help me get my driver's license, bro. Like, and that was years ago, before any of this stuff with my uncle happened. I'm so sorry you're going through this, dude, but things will get better. I hope so. I hope things don't get worse. I don't know how I'd be able to handle if things got worse. Cause there's a part of me that's scared of what would happen if my uncle weren't here. And since his health is getting worse, I've been getting a lot more scared about what would happen. I also, another thing I've been worried, especially I think I've vocalized it a lot during Umineko, is being scared of like inheritance squabbles and all that. I just want a place to live in. That's all I want. I also want internet and food. I'm a simple person. You could probably have a room and a box of crackers in the pantry, and that's already an improvement. Literally! If I could just have a box of crackers, that is an improvement. Like, I know that's a joke, but like, literally, yeah. I know that we are in heavy conversation, so please take this to ease some of your nerves. Let me see. Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. If K had a gun, K shooting Excelsius, trying to get the gun away from K. Yeah, let's get back to the game. And compare it to the evidence. Alright, let's switch to our recreations. You want me to show you the scene as reported in the police's case files, right? Thank you for the hydrate, Twy. I'm too Asian. We're an Asian household. Elio will have rice, damn it. Actually, I just remembered something awesome that might help. Wait. Okay, let's take another look at how things were when they found the body. Elio Lappy. That's what might help? Elio Lappy? I'll have to ask Elio Lappy for some help then. And there we have it. Oh shit, thanks for reminding me. I'm low on rice, I gotta pick some up. He helps me all the time when I'm down. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. So this is where Mr. Alldown really met his fate. But he was moved in order to make the scene consistent with the stage photograph. Over to the spot between the planters. So, the footprints. The fact that they go over there and come back. Yes, I think that tells us something important. They were left by whoever carried him over there. I got like a weird... I got this like really funny invasive thought in my head just now, and I was like, what if I was muted that whole time? What if chat was just pretending they heard what I said? What if? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
Somebody dropped a yellow flower here. It's a lion lily, right?
Me, an empath, seeing Elio's VTuber model moving as though he's talking. I sense great sadness. According to Franziska, yes. They're originally from Asia, if I recall correctly.
Yep. And she said it symbolizes the pond being painted or tiled. Like,
How the fuck does a pond get painted or tiled, Kay? The pond is a liquid. It was the bond between parent and child, Kay. Blood on the snow, a lot of it. It certainly looks as if a murder occurred here, doesn't it?
wait, but we just figured out that Mr. Alldown was killed over by the snowman, right?
We did. I think this blood might belong to somebody else.
What? But the police report said the blood was Mr. Alldown's.
Need I remind you that the case was overseen by Chairman Winner? The man would have no scruples about altering the official record over something this small.
But then, why go to all the trouble? Couldn't he have just cleaned up the blood instead?
He wasn't able to. Think about it. He knew that this was where the police would find Mr. Alldown's body. And he knew that the police would have certain scientific methods at their disposal to look for clues.
Oh, you mean luminol? Yeah, they would have found traces of blood if they used that for sure.
Exactly. He wouldn't have been able to clean it up to the point where it was undetectable. What's this? Elio is muted. How can you tell? Moving but no sounds. So true. Far easier to falsify the results of any such tests when they came back in. It would simply have been a matter of replacing the official results with a doctored copy.
Eesh! I've been looking at a forgery this whole time? That sucks. Wait, but it says Mr. Alldown's clothes are covered with blood too.
It does. If they were, which seems entirely believable. Suggests that whoever's blood this is
It wasn't yet dry when Mr. Alldown's body was placed here.
I get it. Which means that the other person's blood was spilt not long before Mr. Alldown was killed.
I think it does, yes. But if that's the case, doesn't that present something of a contradiction?
It might.
Okay, so we gotta deduce. This is the only part where there's no snow, huh? Because of the fire on one of the kids' set. Because of the fire one of the kids set. I imagine the snow here melted as well. Are we still saying that some kids set this thing on fire? Like, where did that statement even come from? About the kids? The case file? The case file that Excelsius can easily manipulate?
This might be the unluckiest orphanage in the world. First a fire, then a murder? How about going from bad to worse?
The fire came first. But just because it caused the snow to melt... Okay, we gotta do something with this. Oh, new stuff. Right. Is it the fire, maybe? That the fire occurred after the incident that we have to do here?
Eureka!
I mentioned it earlier that there was a fire set up by some kids, probably by some unruly, balding, elderly orphans, who are the head of a legal committee. There's a clear contradiction here.
Huh? In the bloodstain?
The blood is clearly cut off where the snow was melted by the fire. Which means that the blood in question was spilt before the fire was started.
Huh? But the fire happened before the murder, no?
If we choose to believe the case file, yes. But if the fire was actually set after what happened here... the kid who lit it might have seen something. Then why isn't there a witness statement? Because that would have challenged Chairman Winner's version of events. We need to know more about this fire. You! Yes, Shifu! The fire must have been reported to the police, which means there might be a record of it. Go see if they have anything, and bring everything you find back here right away. Understood, Shifu. I'll get right on it. One more thing. What is it, Shifu? Contact my family back in Zhengfa. Tell them to search my father's office. There should be something there related to the case. And there should? What kind of something, exactly? I told you I'd seen this scene somewhere before, didn't I? Well, I remembered where. It was in my father's office. He had a picture of it. Or at least, something very much like it. What? Looked like it was drawn by a child. Possibly a child from the orphanage. Possibly even the child who set the fire. It should still be there somewhere. Tell them to send it right away. Yes, Shifu. Maybe they got threatened by Excelsius to set the fire? Imagine if it was just Eustace. God!
see what else we got here. Is that new? Oh. Don't believe there's any more to be found here. Oh, it'd be mad funny. Okay, let's connect some dots then. Yeah. Winner was definitely involved. If Chairman Winner was involved in President Wang's abduction, then it seems likely that whatever he dug up yesterday had something to do with the kidnapping.
Oh, I get it.
You do?
You bet I do. We're talking treasure, right? Loot. He must have been digging up the ransom money.
The ransom money? $100 million is an awful lot of cash. Burying it would have been a good way to keep it hidden until the heat died down. Certainly seems like a possibility. Are you sure?
Glad you agree. Wait, really? Really? Is ransom money? Really? What?
Well, alright then. Shifu, I'm back! I brought everything the police had on the fire, and I also brought the picture from your father's office. Oh, and one more thing. About time! What kept you, huh? Well, hand it over. Let's take a look at this mysterious picture, shall we? Wait, that's fucking Bodhidharma. Yeah, and his dog. What a drawing. This is it. This is the picture I remember. Could this be a depiction of something that happened on the night of the incident?
On that rabbit. Can I look at that just by itself? She looks like a kid drew it, huh?
Whoa, who took this picture?
How do I hide the camera? Or not the camera. There it is.
That's me. Me right here. Me in the picture. Tag yourself. Yes, and I'm willing to bet it's the work of the child who set the fire. 12 years ago. Shifu, there's... What now? Look, it'll have to wait, okay? Well, Mr. Prosecutor. He also had the Taurosaurus plushie. That wasn't in the recreation. Why do you think my father kept this? On the elephant.
Elephant, the elephant, see them round.
I imagine he acquired it at some point during his investigation. Although I have no idea why he would have chosen to keep it to himself. Could we see the case file for the fire, too? Sure, here. If you'll just give me a moment to read through it. It seems the boy who started the fire snuck out of bed on the evening of the incident. And then disappeared several days later. And you shoot my brother for getting me a birthday gift but not allowing me to buy him a birthday gift a month earlier. Good. You deserve a birthday gift, Jackie.
Again, happy birthday! Happy birthday!
What? It must have been because you saw something, right? Hey, Elio, you have something on your face.
What? I don't got nothing on my face. Oh, this? This right here? No, that's nothing. Don't worry about it. It's not mine.
Hi, Omni.
Really? That's horrible.
Jackie, you don't get it. I'll take the bullet for your brother.
Think. But he deserves a gift too, at least. True. But happily accept your present. Happy birthday.
It's sadly not unimaginable.
That's dirt. I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you.
How are your games? They're going pretty good. I'm glad again that that Soul of Sovereignty was what won for today. For today's random game day. Because it was Jackie's requested. Alright, today was Elia's. No, it's not! No! Happy birthday, Elio. No! Rigged. Elio. I totally would rig it so Jackie, you could play something for Jackie's birthday. I'm glad I didn't need to rig it. Huh? Looks like the kid left something behind that was put into evidence. The case of the mistaken birthday. Gotta get Sherlock on the case. Huh? What's this? But what's it doing in that case file? What is it, Mr. Prosecutor? Have you seen this somewhere before? Yeah, that's the Torosaurus horn. Something very much like it, yes. We have a piece of evidence that could well be connected. Which item of evidence relates to the item the boy left behind? The Torosaurus plush.
Take that!
I don't know what it was doing in the evidence for that case. Well, he was holding it. It looks like that might be the missing horn from this soft toy. Hey, that was President Wong's. You've seen it before? Of course. He always kept it somewhere close by. Now the toy can be fully horny. Oi. I remember it because of the missing piece. I see. There's a special device inside it that plays recorded sound when you twist the horn.
Hey, do you think maybe putting the horn back on might unlock more recordings?
Oh. You never know. The toy itself should still be up on the 51st floor. Hey, you heard that, man. Yes, Shifu. I'll go fetch it right away. Here it is, Shifu. The Torosaurus doll, just like you asked. Good work. Hand it over to the prosecutor over there.
Who? I'm not a prosecutor.
Well, does the horn found at the orphanage fit the president's plushie?
It does! Oh, it looks so cute! It fits perfectly!
And? Any more recordings on there?
Hi, Di-Jun. Sorry, President Wang. It's me, Emily. I know it's been a while. I saw in the news that you were visiting the country soon. And I didn't know whether I should get in touch at all, but in the end, I decided I had to.
Overruled.
Turn it off right now! Oh. Gavel? Was that you? Are you Emily?
What's gotten into Judge Cavell?
Are you okay?
Just turn it off! Please! Ooh. You see, I had a baby. A beautiful little boy. Your beautiful little boy. Elia, we know her name. Verity Gavel. But this might be her actual name. I'm sorry, that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you. Oh, except I called him Sean. Sean Fen. Has a nice ring to it, don't you think? No, not Verity Gavel. Verity Twy. No, it ain't. 12 years ago, though. That's... Yikes. Yikes! This whole time I was hoping that she adopted. No! Sean Fenn. 12 years ago. That's like 6 more years than 6 years ago, which was when the Cyclops killer was at large. The kid? Elio. You're overthinking it? And also, oh, okay, this is... She adopted him at the orphanage? Gavel adopted him at the orphanage. I'm sorry, is the big reveal that Sean isn't her biological son? Yeah, I think that was it, actually, yes. Yes. I think that's the reveal, actually. And also that I'll be at the orphanage on the evening of the 9th. I'll be waiting in the front yard. I thought you can meet him if you like. Even if it's only just this once. I know you're a very busy man, but anyway, that's where we'll be. Goodbye. For some reason, she's not actually that old. What? He was my dad? I'm so sorry, Sean. Care to explain what the heck is going on, Gavel? Sean isn't my biological son. I adopted him. And he was aware of this? Yes, of course. His mother, Amelie Fenn, she died 5 years ago. We were cousins. But we were also friends, the best of friends. People often mistook us for sisters. And so, when she died, it seemed only natural that Sean should come and live with me. Of course, we had to keep his father's identity secret. And I decided that the best way to do that would be for him to never know in the first place. That's quite a lot to learn from a recording made on a seemingly innocent toy. What's this? I'm sorry. Gavel is not Sean's biological mom. Gavel's real name is Emily and Sean is her. Okay. Oh, I was a little slow. Okay. I guess Sean's mother must have recorded the message and then sent the plushie to the president. Hey, did I miss why it's so important that he didn't know who his biological father is? Yes, because his biological father is the president. And also he saw his dead dad, yes. Yes, Sean? You're sure? He was really my dad? Yes, I'm sure. Before you were born, your mother worked for a time as a diplomat in Zhangfa. Makes sense. That line of work might well have brought her into contact with the president. What? You told me she worked at the orphanage! She did, but only after she returned. After she quit the diplomatic service. Skill issue. The truth must be set free. Gavel fights for justice and truth? Disgraceful. She always loved helping others. The orphanage was perfect for her.
Not so fast!
Sorry, Judge Gavel, but I have to ask. Amelie, the lady who asked the president to come. Why didn't she show up herself? Why isn't she anywhere in the files related to the SS5 incident? She never made it to the rendezvous that night. Someone was tailing her. I'll bet that was Chairman Winner's doing. Though sadly we can't prove it. And because she couldn't make it, she never saw the president again. And then she died 5 years ago. This can't be easy for Sean.
Yeah, just find out that he's got a dad that's dead. Hey, Sean, are you thirsty? We could go get a soda. My treat, okay? Come on. I think I saw a vending machine over.
You think I can't buy myself a soda? This is important, and it's about me. I'm staying.
Oh, that didn't work at all.
Sean, perhaps now you can guess why I met with the president 2 nights ago.
The lady who asked the president to come. I'm sure she did.
So that's it. That was the big secret. I wanted to tell him face to face that Emily was gone. But also that you were alive and well. More than well.
But I...
Makes sense now. No wonder Judge Gravel was so keen to avoid sharing the details of their meeting.
Yeah. She would have had to share the truth about Sean, too.
That was why I took the lion lilies with me. So there would be no doubt that I knew Emily, and that I knew her well. These flowers bore a special significance for the two of them, you see. President Wong gave Emily a bouquet of lion lilies in the early days of their romance. But now, he too was dead. If only he had lived. Sean might finally have been able to get to know him.
Shifu! I've been waiting for the right time to say this, but... What? What is it? You've been hovering there this whole time? Can it wait? It can wait, actually. Because... we're gonna end right here. Alright. That is gonna be it for Miles Edgeworth Investigations 2 today. Things happened so much. They really did. But yeah, I was thinking, if anyone was down for it, that we could watch the villainess that wants to beat people up on the Discord. So, if any of you are down for that, I will see you guys on the Discord, I think. Too bad, Sean. We're getting that soda anyways. I know something awesome. Elio Lappy. Yeah. So, we're gonna watch the villainous anime. Let me just quickly find a very legal place to watch it. And then I will hop into the Discord and we can watch whatever episodes are out of it. I don't actually know how many episodes are out of that anime. But yeah, thanks for coming. I'm just gonna end here and not raid. I'll see you guys in a few minutes on the Discord.